President Trump has been he's been a Rottweiler here, but now he's the Rottweiler who's caught the car, and that's the moment that we're in now. My question is, what is he going to do with the car? We've got 70 countries out of about 195 that are begging us to agree to allow them to lower trade barriers. Why is that happening? Because Donald Trump. Tariffs are a government intervention in the free enterprise system. It's government influencing. It restricts the freedom of people and businesses. I say let's go to zero trade barriers. If Vietnam, if Taiwan, if the UK, if the EU wants to do it, let's do it and let American companies compete with foreign companies. Competition makes us all better. And may the best product at the best price win. That ought to be our goal. But I'm not saying it's not President Trump's goal. I just don't know what his goal is right now. I've listened for the last week to a bunch of people in Washington say very self-confidently they know what the president's thinking and or they know what the ramifications of all this stuff's going to be. They're very self-confident. They act like they discovered gravity. They all know. They're all clairvoyant. And I'm saying I don't have the slightest idea what's going to happen. I just think zero or virtually no trade barriers by foreign nations and by America would be victory. If I were president, I'd declare victory. China wants to make a deal. China can't afford not to make a deal. They've got deflation. Prices are dropping. China looks like a multiple vehicle pileup in terms of its economy. They can't afford to get in a trade war. I mean, a third of the world's countries have, in the last couple of days, have called the president and said, I want to make a deal. And a lot of them have said, zero trade barriers. That's what we want. That's victory. If the president starts doing that, it's going to put enormous pressure on China. Let me say it again. I don't know what deal the president wants to close. I know what deal I would close. I'd be working today, tonight, all weekend long, lining them up, going, let's do a deal, zero tariff, trade barriers, this is awesome. And I'd call the Prime Minister of Canada and beg him, pretty please, sugar on top. Accept zero trade barriers and we'll do the same with you and let's be friends again. But I do not know if that's the game plan.